All right, so I wanted to go live today, and I wanted to let me move this out of the way here. Gosh, it's a weird perception here. I wanted to share a little good news actually, and give you the lowdown on where things stand in my world on the channel. Give you an update on some things. So I want to share something that happened recently with my son, my autistic son, where a band singer actually went out of their way to be really kind. And then I'm going to tell you about this David versus Goliath battle with a major label. And also with the Super Bowl coming up, I thought it would be kind of cool to talk about like some of the greatest Super Bowl halftime shows and some of the worst. I'll give you my top six picks, and I want to get your picks as well. All right. So first, starting out, man, when rock stars are great human beings, it means the world. Recently, uh, I had an experience that happened that was incredible. I want to tell a story, and in that, I want to tell you about. I've interviewed 800 plus different legends of rock and pop in all the time that I've done this. And I want to talk about who I think are some of the greatest human beings, the greatest rock stars, who are genuinely good people, and they're not putting on a show or anything. Um, so, for anybody out there that has a son or a brother or sister or a daughter or anybody close to you that has autism or special needs, you know what I'm talking about when I say that it's it is a blessing and it's amazing, but it also can be such a challenge to watch what they have to go through. And I'm going to try not to get emotional here. There have been times where I drove by my son's school and it's recess time and I see him out on the playground. This was some years ago, but just by himself, and that's really hard to see and hard to watch and as a parent. And so when people are kind, genuinely kind to because my son is such an amazing kid. He's a hugger. He loves to hug everybody. He's always hugging me. He's always hugging everybody around him. He's very affectionate and really smart. And actually, he's really high functioning. He's come a long way. They said he would never read. He reads. He does really really well. Well, we have a favorite band in our family. It's called the Ocean Blue. Now, this is kind of an indie band. They were from the late '80s, early '90s. Their first album came out in 1989. I love them. They're kind of like the Smiths, Echo and the Bunnymen. They kind of have that new wave guitar sound, and they're great. But when my son was 5 years old, four going on five, something horrifying happened in our family that rocked our family for a long time. And every night I would help him try to go to sleep, and he was suffering, and it was so sad. I can't go into detail about what it was, but just believe me when I tell you, it's the most horrifying thing that you could think of that happened to him. And every night when I would try to help him fall asleep, we would listen to the Ocean Blue, and one song specifically. In fact, I'll have one of the persons I work with put the link to the song so you can hear. It's called "When Life Was Easy," and it's an album track. It's from their second album, Cerulean, which is a perfect album. But anyway, I would play this song for him, and it would help him calm down and help him sleep. And the lyrics were really poignant. And so the Ocean Blue came into town a couple of weekends ago, and I was able to get some tickets from David Shelzel, who is their lead singer, and he was amazing. We went down and saw it, and I asked him if he would play this song "When Life Is Easy." Now, it's kind of a chore to ask him to play songs, that kind of thing, because they have their set list. They're what they're doing, but he played it. He played the song, and you should have seen my son during this video. Here, it was the most amazing. It's a memory that I will cherish for the rest of my life. Just watching him, it just the emotions pour over him, and he was so excited. And after the show, we went and met with the band. And David, one of the best guys in the industry, he took time with my son. He sat and talked to him, asked him how everything was going, and gave him a hug, which I don't know, that's sometimes it's hard to hug a stranger, but he gave several hugs to my son, and it was just an amazing experience. He gave him a free shirt, and my son just said, "That dad, that made my year," and it really did. And that David Shelzel, the Ocean Blue, you got to go check him out. They're an amazing band, but even better than that, David is an amazing person. Another person who's amazing in this industry is Lou Gramm from Foreigner, the lead singer of Foreigner, who I think at his peak, he was right there with the best of them. I think that he could go toe to toe with anybody back in the early 80s, from the late 70s into the mid 80s. He was incredible. And he's even more incredible human being. I did a live event with him. And when he met my family and I before the show, as I was going to do this interview, he saw my son and he could tell. He just sensed, and you can't tell my son's autistic until you've talked to him for a little bit, but he could sense that there was something special about my son. And he said, "You're a special guy. We're going to take a picture all by ourselves." And then he pulled him aside and he invited him. Oh, thank you so much, Apple Pitts. Sorry, I couldn't see that very well. I don't have great eyesight, even with my glasses. So anyway, he brought him backstage after the show and had him have dinner with him. They, had dinner set up, and he said, "Come back and you be my personal guest." And he just spent time with my son. And then I later did a Zoom with Lou when they got put in the rock. We're getting nominated for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And he said, "Where's your son? I want to talk to him." And I brought my son out, and he said, "How are you doing? How's school? How's everything?" Just spent that time. And it's just incredible. Another one that's incredible is Huey Lewis. When I've done several events with Huey, and when Huey met my son was giving him hug after hug after hug, and Huey just kept hugging him. He wasn't bothered, he wasn't annoyed. He's like, "This is a good kid. This is a special kid." So I wanted to say that that means the world. And anybody who has a special needs person in their life that's special understands how important that is, and how touching that is. All right. Second thing I wanted to talk about before we get to the Super Bowl is I've got this battle going on. And you know what? Rick Beato is battled these guys too. It's UMG. I got claims from UMG for 3 songs recently in a video. I did the top non-hits of 1980. And I got these 3 claims. But instead of claiming the 5 seconds where I use a song, they claimed like 3 minutes of the video where there was just 5 seconds. So I went in and I took the music out. Well, they still claimed it. So they're claiming dead air. And then the very next day on my day or my video celebrating MTV, they gave me a ton of claims as well. And then several weeks ago they gave me, or maybe it was a month ago, they gave me like 31 claims for my video on a year from the 50s. Now I'm trying to spread the knowledge and the history of the 50s. It's not a decade that's well covered on YouTube. I don't hear many people covering the 50s, right? But I'm telling you, I don't mean to complain here, but venture capital, AI, and these labels they're really ruining music. I just have to say. And there's actually this video out on YouTube, and it's an AI channel, and they have like, I don't know, 15 videos, and every single one of them has like 500,000 to a million views, and it's totally AI generated voice, images, everything. You can tell it's AI, but it's being pushed like crazy. And it's rock history. They did it on Men at Work, and I interview Men at Work on my video, and it has like 4 times as many. It's just crazy because all this content is going up. And what I don't understand about these labels that are in this fight, because it's a David versus Goliath fight. I'm just this little channel, out here in small town, basically making videos in my garage over here that I've turned into a makeshift studio. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, Justin, thank you so much, man. You're a great guy. I appreciate that. Anyway, I'm just making these videos basically in my basement, right? My garage. And these are billion-dollar conglomerates, and then they're facing off, and they've done the same thing to Beato. And all we're trying to do is share music history here. We're just trying to share our love and our passion for music. And what's interesting about it though is that they're kind of it's counterintuitive, right? It's counterproductive because if these labels keep claiming these songs, then we're going to stop making videos about the 50s. Like the 50s, I just get slammed. Anytime I do anything from the 50s, I get slammed every time. I've only done like 5, and I've gotten slammed every time. And so, talking about the 50s to this younger generation, Little Richard, Elvis Presley, Chuck Berry, and we're trying to share these songs with a younger generation. But if they keep giving claims, we're going to stop making videos because how are these people going to hear? How are the young people, the other generation, going to hear these songs and these artists and know about these things? So I just don't think they care about music history. It's a really frustrating thing because that's what we're trying to do is share our passion and the history of music and get these interviews. And I've interviewed several artists from the 50s. It's amazing. But they're trying to take me down. Like I'm getting just killed by UMG. And I know Beato has done videos on it too. And I just don't understand. We're trying to help you. There have been times where I'm actually doing a video on on a new record coming out to help a PR agency has reached out and asked me if I would do that, and I do it. And then they give me a claim for it. I'm like, I'm trying to help you guys. Like, I'm trying to help you. It's just crazy. So anyway, I think I've found a little bit. I don't know. I'm gonna try to find a workaround. I want to share the 50s because it's an amazing decade. Oh, thank you so much, Headroom 23. I appreciate that. Okay, so moving on from that, I just it's just with all this stuff happening. Again, keep going, keep trudging, keep going forward here and sharing this stuff. But man, it's tough. All right, let's get into the Super Bowl. So who is it this year's Bad Bunny, right? I got to be honest with you. I've heard some songs from Bad Bunny, and I'm not going to comment. All right, I'm just not going to say anything. What I don't understand is why AC/DC has never played the Super Bowl. Like that would be the prime band to get to play the halftime show. Make it happen. Anyway, so I was remembering all the old Super Bowls, and it hit me that Gloria Estefan has played in like three Super Bowls. She's played like three Super Bowls. That's pretty funny. But anyway, uh, you know, they didn't used to have this big time halftime show. It actually started with Michael Jackson back in 1991. New Kids on the Block played the halftime show. If you remember that, thank you, Mike. I appreciate it. So, anyway, there have been. I'm going to give you my top six halftime shows, and let's see if you agree. And you tell me what yours are. Coming in at number six, I got to go with the Rolling Stones. Oh, thank you so much, Callie. Or I'm sorry, not Callie, Cecilia. Cecilia, great song by Simon Garfunkel. Okay, so my number six pick is in 2006 the Stones played, and they only played three songs, right? They played "Start Me Up" and "Rough Justice," and "I Can't Get No Satisfaction," but it doesn't matter because "Satisfaction" and "Start Me Up," I mean, was worth the price of admission right there. Mick Jagger was in such great shape and was so amazing up there. He could have probably started for one of the teams. He could have probably done a kick return. I don't know football all that well, but that was a great show. The Stones up there, Keith Richards. I mean, Keith Richards will outlive everybody. And it's just to go back. I'm actually going to link to the Super Bowl halftime shows below, so you can actually watch them. Since I can't show you the music here. Oh, thank you so much, Real Brian Karam. I appreciate it. I appreciate that support. Okay, so my number five pick, I've got to go with MJ, Michael Jackson, the show that really changed everything and made this halftime show such a spectacle, right? Before 1993, halftime was usually marching bands or New Kids on the Block or Up with the People, right? That kind of stuff. But MJ's performance, I mean, you remember it when he like catapulted onto the stage and he just stood there, and all of a sudden you see one of these. He just turns his head and the crowd just goes insane. And I mean, come on, it's Michael Jackson, and he was motionless for like 2 minutes, and people were freaking out. They're like, "What's going on? Is he going to perform? What's he doing? Is he having an aneurysm?" I mean, people were just they didn't know what was going on. But the crowd roared. They loved it, and it was so popular. The television ratings actually increased during halftime for the first time in Super Bowl history. So they knew they really had something. So Michael Jackson, no matter what you think, incredible artist. There'll never be another. All right, coming in at number four, I've got to go with a band that, I'll get some hate for this one, but U2 in 2002. And it was a September 11th tribute. It was a really special performance. It was just months after 9/11. U2 provided this somber, cathartic tribute, and it was really cool. They played "Where the Streets Have No Name." That was the memory that I have of it, and the names of the victims were projected onto that massive screen. and just so poignant. And Where the Streets Have No Name is just one of the greatest songs ever, no matter what you think of U2. All right, I'm gonna hurry and get through this. We're 15 minutes. Number three, I got to go with Tom Petty in 2008. Heartbreaking Super Bowl for sure. Because if you're depending on what team you were rooting for, I remember that Super Bowl. But a badass halftime show. I had the perfect opener for Tom Petty with American Girl. He played I Won't Back Down, Free Fallin', and ended on Running Down a Dream, which was incredible. I watched it with my dad, and I'm so grateful that I have that moment, that memory, because now both of them are gone, and it's so hard to do that, to think about that, but incredible. Number two, I got to go with 2005 Paul McCartney. This was a reaction to the Janet Jackson Justin Timberlake halftime show the year before. The drama was there because of the fear of what happened the previous year, where the what do they call it, the wardrobe malfunction, right? As it was trending at that time. The show was broadcast on a 5-second delay, but they knew if they put Paul McCartney out there that they had a pretty safe bet there. And of course, McCartney was incredible. He kept it strictly professional, played Beatles classics like Drive My Car. What did he play? Oh, Hey Jude. He played Hey Jude, and he had a stadium sing along there. And of course, Live and Let Die with the fireworks show. Get Back, he played that as well. But that fireworks show, it just proved that true artistry is all it takes. And of course, number one, who do you think my number one is? Any guesses? I got to go with Prince, the gold standard performance. Prince performed medley of hits in a literal downpour, right, in Miami. And when asked if he was okay with the rain, do you remember what he said? His famous reply, "Can you make it rain even harder?" I mean, it was purple rain. You couldn't have picked a more perfect atmosphere, and for the weather to do what it did. And I can't believe it's been 10 years since Bowie and Prince, since we lost both of them. His silhouette, against that purple sheet during the guitar solo for Purple Rain, it's got to be the most iconic image in halftime history, if not one of the most iconic images ever. So, anyway, no offense. I mean, giving you my top six, and I love the Who, and remember Springsteen when they did the shot where he, like, anyway. But there's been so many great artists that have played. No offense, what the hell happened to the halftime show? I mean, I know that they're trying to grab these young people, but young people are into classic rock. Like, book AC/DC. Like, how do you not have AC/DC on there? It would be the ultimate show. Like, these are the songs that they walk out to and that they listen to, and they're trying to get pumped up for the game anyway. Or Journey would be great. Or Rush. I mean, Rush, or get a bunch of one-hit wonders, have Spirit in the Sky out there with Kyrie, Mr. It'd be pretty funny to have a bunch of one-hit wonders. Anyway, I want to invite you guys to the People's Music Hall of Fame, which I've started with several people, and we're inducting Kenny Loggins this year. We inducted Huey Lewis last year. There's a link below where you can get tickets. Come to the show and come talk to me after. Come talk to me before. And if Kenny's available, I'll introduce you to him. I would love to see you guys. But yeah, click on that below. We're gonna induct them, and just wait to see what we're gonna induct next year. It's really exciting stuff. So anyway, I think somebody. Oh, Mark. Oh, thank you so much, Mark. Is that Mark Tom? Is that my cousin, Mark Thompson? Might be. All right, I'm gonna end now. But peace, love, good vibes, everything to you. Blessings out there to everybody. Be safe out there, man. It's a divisive time right now. That's why music is so important. So keep your head up, keep your chin up. I'm gonna keep going, do my best to fight the good fight. Don't know how long I'll be able to fight the good fight, but as long as I have a breath in me, I'm going to do it. I appreciate all of your support. Thank you for everything, and have a great weekend. I'm going to end now.